Planet Coaster is a construction and management simulation video game developed and published by Frontier Developments for Microsoft Windows. It was released worldwide on November 17, 2016. Frontier had previously worked in the amusement park construction and management genre with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, to which Planet Coaster is a spiritual successor, Thrillville, Off the Rails, and Zoo Tycoon. There are 3 different modes in the game, namely Sandbox, Challenge, and Career. In the Career mode, players assume the role of a theme park manager, and must complete tasks such as constructing unfinished roller coasters or hiring janitors. In Sandbox mode, players are tasked to construct their own theme park on an empty plot of land. The Challenge mode is similar to the Sandbox mode, but with added difficulty, as players need to take funds into account. Originally called Coaster Park Tycoon, the game was revealed on January 29, 2015 and was renamed during E3 2015. Planet Coaster is Frontier's second self-published franchise, following Elite, Dangerous. Frontier organized multiple alpha and beta testings before launching in November 2016. The game was supported with free as well as paid post-release downloadable content upon launch. The title received positive reviews upon release, with critics praising the game's sandbox mode and creation tools. Criticisms were mainly directed to the game's career mode. It was a commercial success, with more than 400,000 copies sold in its first month of release. Gameplay: Planet Coaster is a construction and management simulation video game. Similar to its spiritual predecessor, the game allows players to build different theme park rides and roller coasters. These player-created attractions can be shared through a mechanic called Global Village. The game also comes with 10 mascots. Before starting the game, the player must create their own avatar. Afterwards, the player is able to choose between 3 game modes: Sandbox, Challenge, and Career. Similar to Frontier's previous game, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, the Sandbox mode enables players to construct their own theme park on an empty plot of land. In Sandbox mode, all features and rides of the game are unlocked and your funds are unlimited. This is the mode most players use to create items, parks, coasters, scenery, etc., and then post them to Steam's Planet Coaster Workshop. In the Challenge mode, the player must construct an amusement park on an empty lot, similar to Sandbox mode, but with limited funds and research depending on chosen difficulty: easy, medium, or hard. As the player develops their park, the game presents the player with challenges that the player must accept or decline. Upon completion of a challenge, the player is given a reward such as a park rating boost or a sum of money. In the Career mode, the player must complete objectives such as constructing roller coasters, achieving park ratings or hiring janitors. Similar to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, Career mode allows players to progress by completing scenarios with objectives in different difficulties. First unveiled at EGX 2016, the game also features a dedicated mode called the Crash mode, which allows players to construct incomplete coasters and let them crash into the park's visitors. On April 26, 2017, Frontier revealed the existence of several cheat codes that were previously undiscovered on their official forums. These included the ability to ride go-karts and the ability for security guards to plow through guests similarly to a bulldozer. Development: Before the development of Planet Coaster, Frontier Developments had developed several other construction and management simulation video games, including 2004's commercial and critical success Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, which sold over 10 million copies. Planet Coaster serves only as a spiritual successor to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 instead of a direct sequel, as the company considered the use of the brand Tycoon didn't carry the cachet anymore due to the releases of mainly poorly received Tycoon games in recent years. In a December 2016 interview with Cambridge News, David Walsh, the chief operating officer of Frontier Developments, said that the success of Elite, Dangerous enabled the company to bring Planet Coaster to the market, which is highly significant as it demonstrates we are not a single game company. Frontier Developments spent £6 million on the game's development and an additional £1.5 million on marketing. The game was announced on January 29, 2015 by Frontier Developments. Originally called Coaster Park Tycoon, the game was renamed into Planet Coaster on June 16, 2015 during the PC Gaming Show at E3 2015. Frontier Developments aimed to turn the game into the company's second self-published franchise, along with the Elite series. The game uses an advanced version of Cobra Engine, which is an in-house proprietary engine developed by Frontier previously used by games like Elite Dangerous and Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Features confirmed for the game include a hybrid spline/piece-by-piece coaster builder, modular structure building, a voxel terrain editor among others detailed through condas and dev diaries. On the second live stream, the release date of the alpha was announced. Released on March 22, 2016, the alpha emphasized on modular building and paths. The alpha contained two themes, Planet Coaster and Pirate. Although disabled by default, coaster building was included in the first alpha through a cheat code. On May 24, 2016, Frontier released the second alpha build. This build included finances, terrain tools, improved path building, and the official release of a coaster builder. Also, on 25 August, Frontier discontinued further alpha purchases. On 24 September, Frontier announced at EGX 2016 that players who had pre-ordered the Thrillseeker edition would be able to test the game that October. At Gamescom 2016, Frontier announced that the game would be released on November 17, 2016. The game was released with Denuvo's anti-tamper technology. To record the audio for the game, sound designer Watson Wu took over the Holiday World and Splash and Safari theme park in Santa Claus, Indiana to record the sounds of various attractions. Guests in the park and park staff speak their own fictional language, known as Planko. According to James Stant, Frontier's senior audio designer, the language contains about 7,000 words. After the game's release, Frontier Developments released an official Planko dictionary. Soundtrack: Planet Coaster features an adaptive soundtrack composed by Jim Guthrie and J.J. Ibsen, released under the album titled You, Me and Gravity, the music of Planet Coaster. Additionally, players may upload their own sound files to use in their parks. Downloadable content: On July 21, 2017, Frontier launched paid DLC for the game featuring props inspired by Back to the Future, Knight Rider, and the Munsters. In August 2017, Frontier partnered with the Cedar Point Amusement Park to provide an in-game version of the park's upcoming Steel Vengeance roller coaster before the ride officially opened in 2018. On September 21, 2018, Frontier announced the Theme Maker's Toolkit. This toolkit will enable players to import custom 3D models into Planet Coaster itself. This was released on 20th of November. The game was met with praise upon release of the alpha. Andy Kelly of PC Gamer commented that Frontier was off to a tremendous start, adding that creating buildings with the creation tools hinted at immense possibilities. However, Mark Walton of Ars Technica noted several small flaws, including the hard-to-navigate menus and the lack of custom-built roller coasters. On April 27, 2016, about a month after the release of the alpha, Frontier announced that Planet Coaster had grossed nearly $2 million. Release icon: This section needs expansion. You can help by adding to it. January 2017, Matt Wales of Eurogamer recommended the game, concluding that the game is the finest simulator yet. Meanwhile, Ben Reeves of Game Informer praised the game for its creative mode but criticized the game's career mode, referring it to as boring and tedious. TJ Hoffer of IGN compared the game's integration of Steam Workshop to Minecraft and Second Life. Edmund Tran of GameSpot praised the game for its accessible creative tools and for its evocative tone. Jonathan Liak of Game Revolution claimed that the game resurrected the theme park simulation genre. In a critical review of the game, Jody McGregor of PC Gamer praised the game's challenge mode but criticized the game for not innovating enough from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. The original score, 71/100ths, was retracted due to miscommunication between Frontier Developments and PC Gamer with the game version they received. Its re-evaluated score is 75/100ths. Patrick Hancock of Destructoid noted that the game suffers frame rate issues in larger parks. Furthermore, Edge noted that the game's fiddly camera makes some actions harder. Sales: Upon release, the game topped the Steam Top Sellers charts. The game sold over 400,000 copies in the first month of its release. Despite being released later in the year, Planet Coaster was featured on Steam's Top 100 Bestsellers of 2016 chart as a silver-tier title. In August 2017, the game has sold over 1 million copies. In July 2018, a leak in Valve's API revealed that over 1.68 million Steam users owned Planet Coaster. 2 million copies of the games were sold by January 2019.